Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. Today, we have a special video for you guys. This is a video based on overall investing. So I know a lot of people like to short-term invest, like to buy and sell, but today we're going to be talking about a long-term. With a long-term, I recommend holding more than 10 years. Okay, the reason being, statistically proven, is that if you hold a stock for more than 10 years, I believe it is a 64% chance that it will go up into the green. And I think 20% it is 20 years it is 100% that it is going to go up. With that being said, we have stocks like the overall SPY, and for the past 2 years, it has risen over 25% year to year. With that being said, we got other stocks like Nvidia and stuff like that rising even more. Let's go to the 1 year anyway. So you got Apple going up over 34% over 1 year. You got Nvidia over 50%, or not over 50%, but almost 50% over the year. And you got other stocks that are up decent amount. I mean, Microsoft, you've seen it kind of die down, but the rest of them normally, all these stocks up a decent amount, especially Tesla up 50% and a lot of other stocks up almost 50% and even more. And there's other ones that grow even more. But with that being said, with the overall market right now kind of dying down a decent amount, especially on that day time frame to that week time frame, is it a best time to buy the dip? Yes, it is. The reason being is that statistic that I kind of just proved. And if we go over to the charts and we kind of look at it in a bigger time frame, so let's look at it in, let's say, the weekly. We're going to look at the charts. So each candlestick is worth a week. With that being said, just peep this out real quick. Look at it. We're always going up consistently. So we had multiple dips. So I pointed out one. This was a tariff that happened, in 2018. But with that being said, we had a dip, and guess what? It went up. It beat new highs. And then over here, I think this is the COVID crash. We had a big dip, and guess what? We made new highs. So with that being said, it is always a perfect time to buy the dip. Don't buy the dip too late. But with that being said, what is the original video idea? It is how to pick the best long term. So today I'm going to be kind of explaining what is the best long term for you and what you're really looking for. So there's plenty of stocks. I'm even going to give you guys some stocks that can go up like 10, 20, 30x in 1 year. And those stocks, we're going to be ending the video off on. So stay until the end if you guys want to know those. But some stocks. And I'm also going to announce stocks that I'm personally into. I'm going to help you find the stock that is the best for you. With that being said, for a long term, do not look at a long term as in a stock. Don't look into your long term as a get rich quick scheme. This is basically money that you're going to gain over time. And a lot of these stocks, they 2x, 3x, 4x within the time frame of that 10 years. And even yearly, you might see a 2x every single year. With that being said, don't cash out early. And this is that stock that you're going to be, retiring with, so that is why I think a long term is the best. And the thing about the long term is that you don't really have to put that much money into it right away. You could put $100 a month, $200 a month, even less. You don't really need to put too much, but just starting off on that long term is the best idea ever, because it's going to help you out, in the long term. That's why it's called long term. With that being said, you can put $50. You can even put $25 a month just to start. But the reason I'm starting this video is that I think that now is the best time. Don't try and hold off. Don't say, I'm gonna wait until I pay off my car note, or I'm gonna wait. That's why I'm saying you can do like $25 a month, just to get it started. With that being said, if you do have like a car loan or anything like that, I do recommend paying that off. And then once you're done paying that off, you can start putting more money into this long term. Being said, let's talk about how you're going to pick the right one for you. So think about anything around you. Let's say if you have an iPhone, right? Apple is probably the best thing to invest in, because a lot of people are using iPhones around you. You see iPhone all around you, and you personally use an Apple product. You can do the same thing with Samsung. If you use Samsung and you enjoy their product, you buy a new phone every couple of years and you've enjoyed it ever since you used it, Samsung is going to be the best choice. But think about Apple, Samsung, Google, all these other companies. What did they solve? They solved a big problem, or a big issue, and that is what people want: communications. Okay, and then nowadays everybody wants a phone for TikTok and stuff like that. And keep that on your mind. Like if you use Instagram for Reels, or you watch Instagram all the time, Instagram is the best one for you too, and that's Meta. And another one that has been kind of popping off is Netflix. Let's say if you watch Netflix a lot, you spend a lot of time on Netflix, you enjoy watching Netflix, you resubscribe every single month. Netflix is the perfect one for you. And there's a lot of other things. Just think about things that you do on a daily, even your car. If you have a Nissan, invest in Nissan. That's your long term. Boom. You use Shopify on your long term. You use, whatever computer brand, Dell, um, other companies, With that being said, we're going to talk about some good long term stocks to invest in, and I'm going to be giving you guys the stocks that I'm personally invested in. So the first one on the list is Nvidia. Nvidia is always going up. Everybody's overhyping the stock. Right now, we are currently dying down a decent amount. We're getting down to some low levels. I do recommend looking at that 115 that we're at right now, going even down to that 110. And then maybe even if we drop below that 100, man, you better scoop this up because everybody is. With that being said, Nvidia has gotten a lot of hype, and a lot of people are predicting that the stock can get up to 170, 160 to that 200 mark by the end of the year, which means that if you can scoop this thing up at $100, your money can probably 2x. I'm not even going to lie. You can probably 2x your money or even get close to that. So keep that on your mind, or even at least go up 50% at least. So this is a good one to invest in. Another one is Apple, just because of how strong Apple is, and everybody's using Apple products. And they recently announced that AI in China, which is going to benefit their phones in China because their AI was kind of slowing down in China, and that's why their China sales went down, and that's why we've seen a bearish momentum or bearish trend kind of going down. And they recently announced that $500 billion deal that Trump is even hyping up. So I think Apple is a good long term stock too, just because of how strong they are. Next one is indeed the overall SPY, just because the overall SPY is made to go up. We even looked at it earlier, showing you guys that over time it goes up even with the dips. So the SPY is a decent one. This is probably the safest one. It's basically an ETF that's diverse, and they handpick the stocks themselves. So that being said, I think the SPY is probably the safest one that you can get into. One that you can make probably a decent amount of money on, but just have your patience is Palantir, just because how strong Palantir is, how good their deals is, and just how big they kind of risen recently. That's why I'm saying take your time, wait until it, fills some more gaps down to the downside. And then Palantir is going to be that great one. We are all the way up to that 120 level. You can buy it at maybe even that $80 level. If you see this thing at the $60 level, you better scoop this one up because this is a 2x chance. You can probably see it back at that 120 by the end of the year. So especially if you see it at the $6 level, that is going to be perfect. A couple other ones that we're going to look at. Intel did kind of go down a little bit today, but I think Intel has a big chance to go up even more. You even seen Intel up at that $50 level recently. But with that being said, I think Intel is a great stock to look at just because of the chances of it, potentially 2xing. If you can buy Intel at that $20 level, I'll look at it at that $19 level, that $20 level. If it breaks down below that, we have chances of it going down even more, and you just have your patience. But with that being said, if you can scoop this thing up at that $20 level and just hold it long term, and then dollar cost average as it goes up, this stock is good for you. Another one is SMCI, but SMCI is kind of high right now. But I think if you wait until it drops down a little bit more, look at it at that $30 level. I think $30 level is probably like a decent buy chance. And then even if it dips below there, I think buy some at $30 and then buy as it goes down. And or if you just want to do it monthly, you invest on the 1st or the 30th of every single month. I do recommend just dollar cost averaging as you go, because over time stocks are going to be going up. Another one, I don't recommend Google right now, but wait until Google dies down a little bit more. The reason being is that if you really think about Google, ChatGPT has taken over the search engine, and if they don't really have too many people in their search engine, their ads is going to go down. TikTok and stuff like that is taking over YouTube. It's just a lot of things are overtaking Google right now. I do recommend having your patience until Google comes out with some good news. With that being said, thanks for watching the video. Smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't hesitate. Also join our Discord. I can answer questions probably faster on the Discord. But yeah, man, thanks for watching. Peace out.